Welcome to Out the Trunk with Jordan and Darius. My name is Darius. That's these all up in the area on all socials.
And I'm Jordan. That's Jordan be writing on all socials.
This is our segment we call What's on Our Mind, our musings, what we've come across during the week, just kind of things we want to talk about. So let me just say off the rip, earlier today I heard a grown man say ouch. And as a grown man, you're not allowed to say ouch. You're supposed to
Gotta
curse
hit. Ugh.
or grunt or ah or something,
Ugh.
but you cannot
You can
express
swear.
pain with the words ouch. I was honestly taken aback by it. I was like, you just
That's
say
actually
ouch.
hilarious. What was the context? What it was
I
like
don't
he
know.
stubbed his toe or
I heard him like two or three cubicles down.
yeah,
And I don't know what he actually did because I just was like,
yeah,
did he really say ouch? I hadn't heard a grown man say ouch in a long time. So, God damn it, fuck, shit,
yeah,
grunt, whatever. But as a grown man, ouch is for
yeah.
women and children. So, you wanted
Well,
to talk?
to
Oh, go
shoot you,
ahead.
yeah. Well, to shoot my man some bail since he was at work, I
Yes.
get it because you can't be screaming out cuss words at the office.
I,
So
I
I mean, I'll stall him out a little bit on that one.
I feel like the social norms around cursing at work have been laxed, have been
Yeah,
like you obviously you can't curse like you curse at a bar, but
right.
I mean a damn it, a fuck, when you I don't know staple your thumb or something, I feel like
Hmm.
no one's gonna call you down to HR for. In fact, I know no one's gonna call you down to
Right.
HR for that. So that is a good rebuttal though. He was at work. Maybe
Yeah,
he edited himself a little bit. So.
that's kind of the sole reason I don't like being at the office because I like our systems go wonky like multiple times a day, so I need to be able to scream and cuss my
Yeah.
frustrations out. So
I was a bit I am still a bit, I'm like feral.
yeah.
Someone will ping me and I'll be like, God damn it. And it's like, oh shit, I'm in the office. I can't do that.
Yeah. I remember my one of my managers gave me they noticed like me just doing that throughout and they gave me like a couple stress balls. I broke those, and then I had one of the keyboard the little wrist things for the keyboard with a gel inside.
Okay.
And so when I get frustrated, I would just stab it with my pen, and it would just be just be like gel oozing everywhere.
All right, Patrick Bateman. We will.
Oh my God, it's got a watermark.
All right. Stabbing the keyboard is a
No, not
bit
the
over the
keyboard.
top.
The it's like a wrist cushion before, like for when you're typing. And so I would just like stab that.
Maybe
Wrong
take
hand
a
gesture.
walk.
I just would stab. Yeah, I had to start
Like
doing that. I did.
yeah,
I had to start doing that.
you know.
Get some vitamin D. You know.
Pause.
Yeah.
Um, no, the other thing too is going from listening to podcasts and music on my Bluetooth speaker to my headphones was an
Mm,
adjustment that I was not used to.
yeah.
Also, rapping along words that I say at home, I cannot say in the office.
No. No.
Bit of and also when the headphones are in, sometimes you say things out loud that you don't realize that you think you're mouthing,
Right. Yes. Yes.
and
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
it can be tricky considering I listen to a lot of rap music. So
Yeah, man.
it's an adjustment period. We'll just leave it at that.
I've done that too. Like I'd be at the office at the cubicle and I'd just be scrolling Twitter, TikTok, whatever, and I didn't notice I was doing it. And my coworkers be like, "Jordan, you just be having the time of your life over there. You're
Yep.
just laughing at everything." I'm thinking I'm like silently chuckling, and apparently I'm just hee-hawing all day at work.
No. You know, I've always said talking to yourself is normal as long as you don't start answering yourself.
Yeah,
Like
I agree. I
that
agree
is,
because I routinely get caught talking to myself, and I have no shame in it.
yeah. There are people walking around that don't have an internal monologue.
Really
They just have like,
interesting.
nah, I don't,
I feel like that's kind of scary.
honestly, it's, I won't besmirch their intelligence, but it's definitely
Right?
bizarre.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll leave it at that. You want to
Yep.
talk about some of your other some of your podcast pet peeves? Do you want to name them or you want to not jeopardize future partnerships?
I mean, I mean, some people I can probably name whatever. It's not even so much like specific podcasts, just 'cause I listen to a lot. It's more just shit that I noticed throughout multiple podcasts that tend to irk me as a listener.
Okay.
And you can tell when like the ones who listen to their audience, the ones who kind of don't or don't do it as often as others. Like for example, like when they talk about a topic, but they don't actually talk about it because like they either are scared to or don't want to offend somebody. So they'll be like talking in code and shit. And it's like,
Yeah.
dude, I'm not in your group chat. I don't know
Yeah.
what the hell you're talking about. And you're talking about this for 10 minutes. What is going on here?
Yeah. Um, Bomani used to do that. He would use the
Yeah.
like elevator music.
Hmm.
He would be like he would have a guest on, like me and you were on, and let's just say there was
Yeah.
like an inside bar joke we wanted to tell.
Right.
Actually, now that I'm talking about it, we probably have done this actually.
Yeah.
But he will like be like, I can't tell the listener about this, and he'll like obviously talk about it like we're talking about it, but he'll have his
Hmm.
producer edit it with
Edit it
like
out.
elevator waiting music on it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And I'm just like, you could have just cut all of this. Like, I don't
Just cut it out the
need
show. Just cut out the
just cut it
show.
out the show.
Yeah.
Like, why does you need to? It's this childish, I know something you don't know shit that I fucking hate.
Yeah, like they do that, like they do it on the button pod where they'll be like, yeah, so that thing with, because, and also, and then when they, and we don't want to get, and
Yeah,
it's like, dude, am I having a stroke?
yeah,
Am I listening to a podcast right now? I don't know what the hell's happening.
yeah. Like, obviously, every podcast edits things out. We edit
For
plenty of
sure,
out. But you're supposed to make the audience feel
included.
included in the conversation. I hate. There's this is very niche. There's a sports media
Mhm.
podcaster that I listen to. His name is Richard Deitch. Um, and his lead-in questions, Dan Levitard does this too. Their questions are so long that they're not
Bro,
even questions by the time they get to the end of it.
it's just an observation.
And you can tell the interview subject is just like, okay, I'm
What?
just gonna talk because there's no question in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Like, one time, I think it was who played Noah in that Noah's Ark movie like 15 years ago.
Russell Crowe?
Yeah, Dan Le
Yeah.
Batard was interviewing him, and he had this like long ass 90-second preamble, and Russell Crowe was just
Yeah.
like, "I'm sorry, was that a question?" It's like, I guess no one had
Yeah.
ever done that to Dan before, and
And it's fun,
yeah,
yeah, because Russell Crowe is like notoriously not with the bullshit, and he
yeah.
very much doesn't give a fuck.
I hate questions that aren't questions.
Yeah,
As an
that's a good one.
interviewee, keep your questions tight, 15
Hmm.
seconds. Anything more than that, you're leading them to an answer. You're not asking them a
Right,
question. Um, Obviously everybody's got to pay bills. I'm not mad at ads, but if you
right.
start your podcast with 5 straight minutes of ads and I
No,
have
I'm
to
not
hit
listening to
fast forward
it. Yeah,
10 times to get to before I even hear your voice,
yeah. Hmm.
that's a tough sell. You need to even like a
Agreed.
sitcom, you get that quick 2 minute before the show start. Like
Yeah, with the
sitcoms,
cold
you get the
open.
cold open, 2 minutes, go pay some
Hmm.
bills, come back, give me the show. Like
Right,
the first thing I should hear should be your voice when I hit a podcast, when I hit play.
for sure.
Obviously, you got to make your money. I'm not mad at that. You're not charging me a dime for this. I get it. But
Yeah.
the first thing I should hear should be your voice, then go to ads, then go back, then go do your show.
Hmm.
Like don't start when I hit play, it should be your voice. It shouldn't be an ad off the rip.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. I think that's why a lot of people kind of stop fucking with, or a lot of people complain about that with like the Gillian Wallow pod, $1 million worth of game, where
Yeah.
they'll be like random ads in the middle of the interview, and then halfway through the episode, it's like a whole other interview.
Yeah.
Like it's spliced very oddly. It's not very organized in the way it's edited. That's a common complaint for that pod. Um, the one thing I really hate is like if you say if I just spring a topic on you and you haven't seen a show or movie and I'm
Yeah.
just like making a reference to something, that's understandable because
Yeah.
that's like happens in normal conversation. But if we have our pre-production meeting and I bring up this topic that I know none of you like that you didn't watch,
Yeah.
like what good does that do anybody? Like
Yeah.
like they'll be on podcasts and be like, yo, did everybody see the show? Is everybody caught up on the show? People are like, nah, I'm 2 episodes in. Okay, no, I didn't really finish it. I haven't started yet. I haven't gotten to it. Why the fuck are you talking about it?
And the
If
next
it's
person
six
starts
people
talking
on the,
about,
yeah, it's like if it's 6 people on the podcast and 2 people watched it, what's the point of having the conversation?
um, it depends. Like okay, so TV shows are tough because you don't want to spoil anything.
Well, fair.
And so, but like an album,
Yeah, let's say an album,
it depends
and
on
and
like
you've
okay, so we have
designated that you're going to talk about this.
okay, yeah, then that's just being unprepared. But like
Yeah,
we have a segment that we haven't been to in a while because we have had other things to talk about where there's like an
yeah,
album discussion. And
correct.
we would not have that segment if both of us hadn't listened to the whole album.
Right, correct.
But if a new album drops, and we need some filler, and you may have only listened to half of it. All right,
Hmm.
that's a different
Cool.
conversation.
That
And
happens.
also,
Yeah.
like if there's something that hasn't been pre-flighted and we get into it and it's just not working because one of us didn't do the whatever or we didn't have it
Hmm.
pre-flighted or weren't prepared, we would just cut it. We wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like it's okay. A lot of podcasters don't know like it's okay to edit shit. Like you don't have to. It doesn't have to be 4 hours long. You can take that 30 minutes out where it's just filler bullshit. Like it's okay. It's fine.
yeah, also I now this is part of my fault because I listen to 1.5x.
Yeah.
Um, if everyone's talking, I obviously the flow of a conversation, sometimes people are going to be talking at the same time. But if it's
Yeah.
just if it sounds like a cookout at my cousin's house and it's just screaming back and forth, I understand that's for everybody. That's not for
Yeah.
it's just not for me. I understand
I
people
feel
some
you.
people like that. A lot of very popular podcasts are like that. It's just
Right.
not for me. I need to hear one voice at a time.
Right. I get you. That can be a lot. Yeah, I get that. That's there's certain podcasts where I don't even listen to them like just audio. I have to watch them because otherwise I won't know what the hell's going on. I won't know who's talking. I won't know what point they're trying to make. If they're doing a lot of hand gestures or if they're certain some podcasts just they're just made to be watched and that's just kind of how they operate. Like I find that with like Gil's Arena, I would never just listen to an audio of that show because it's six people screaming. Half of them are drunk by the halfway point of the show. You know what I mean?
Half of them drunk, half of them indicted. The other one for me is shit. I lost my train of thought. Which one? What was I gonna complain about? Yeah, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. But
Okay. Let me see if I got another. Talking over each other, not on the subject. I mean, that's pretty much it for me. I mean, honestly, I mean, I think like, or when they don't have like accurate timestamps.
well, that's just to sell you ads. Uh,
Yeah, good point. Good point.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, that might be us one day. But that's the thing. Every single show within the first 30 seconds, everyone on the podcast should identify who they are so I can match your
Yes,
voice with the name. You cannot assume
that we all know who you
that
are.
we all know who you are. I don't care if you've done 1,000 episodes. To someone out there, that's the first episode. And if you just hit
Yeah,
play and people start talking, it's very difficult to follow.
correct.
So at the beginning, I don't care if it's a pre-recorded drop. At the beginning of every episode, you need to identify who you are and
I
what you
agree.
do and your name and all that good stuff. Because
That's a good point.
also, if you're discussing a book or some other piece of media, do the interviewer a
Mhm.
solid and put a link to their stuff in the notes.
Right.
They would greatly appreciate that free plug. Because there's plenty of times I'll listen to a podcast and it'll be like, some academic wrote a book, and
Hmm.
then like you're listening, but like you get the title, but the title's announced at the beginning, but the interview's an hour long. So at the end,
Right.
it's really nice to just there's a link in there, takes me to Amazon, I can add it to my list
Correct.
versus
I
me
agree.
having to
That's
start
a
it
good idea.
over, find the name, write the name down, put it in the search. It's just make it easier for me to buy the damn thing.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah. I appreciate Jay Shetty's pod. He does that. I was listening to his pod a couple weeks. Well, I listen to it pretty regularly, but I was listening to it a couple weeks ago, and there was a creative on there. She was talking about the like just the creative process and kind of writer's block and getting over that whole thing of like I need to write X thousand pages a day and that sort of thing. And it's just like about the journey of like getting out of your own way, and just writing to write and getting in the habit of doing that on a regular basis. And thank God that she named the title of the book throughout, and
Yeah.
then there was a link for the book in the in the description.
Yeah, man, just make it reduce the friction, right? And
Yeah,
so, and that's not honestly, that's probably like production and engineers and things like that. But
that's
like
true too.
podcast ends, getting ready because I don't listen to the last minute of y'all saying goodbye.
Right.
So like I'm getting ready to hit pause, go to my next one. I want to hit the detail button on my app and hit a link to the thing and have it take me there. And that's the other thing
Hmm.
too. If you're selling a book, I understand why you do this. Nobody is using that independent bookstore link. Link to Amazon like a normal person. Nobody is going to Uncle Pawpaw's bookshops
I'm
and
not.
shit.
I'm not. I'm sorry.
They're just going to go to Amazon, link
I
to
respect it.
Amazon. I
If it's in
respect the
my
hustle.
neighborhood or if it's in Raleigh, I'll try to support. You know what I mean? But yeah, I feel you.
I can't even give you that. I'm buying my books. I'm Kindle, man. I'm not buying like I don't I have 300 plus books in my Kindle library.
Yeah,
Where the fuck would I put that in this apartment? Like,
that is true. That's true. Yeah. So I'm weird. I sometimes get the physical copy and I'll do the digital, just so I can have both if I want to switch off and and then if I like I have Audible too, and I have the membership, so I get a free credit every month, and I was got in the habit of buying really really long books, so they take me a long time to get through. So I've like stocked up credits, so I can just use those sometimes to do that, and that way I can kind of do both. And then if you have Kindle and Audible, they link with each other. And like say I read to page 53 on the Audible or on the Kindle, and I listen to page 150 on the Audible. It'll give me the option when I go back to the Kindle to click over to 153 to pick up where I left off, which is dope.
yeah, anyone who's actually gone digital, like, man, like, especially when you're traveling, like, because I'm going
No, for sure,
back
100%.
home in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And like I can just throw my Kindle in my carry-on book
Yeah.
bag, and that's my whole library. I don't have to
And it's on your phone
predict
too.
that too, and I don't have to predict what I'll feel like reading in the hotel room. Like
Right.
I will just
That's
have
true.
everything.
100%. Yeah.
Um, and also like the highlights you make go to an app. And so like if you want to
Right.
recall something that you read and you highlighted it, all it's like having your entire library's bookmarks on an app.
That's dope. Yeah.
So you know.
That's true. Although also I really love bookstores, so I still try to keep those alive in my small way. And I do like those little like I don't know what they're called, but they're like random like mailboxes with books in them that you can kind of just take them home.
Yeah.
I found a couple of those over the last like year or two. I always try to grab some whenever I see those. It's just pretty dope and seems like a really cool like hipster thing to do. So I'll cop some of those every once in a while when I'm out in the wild.
Be careful, you black, and you taking shit out of the mailboxes. The boys be out there. Speaking of black, so I was listening to a Washington Post podcast this morning, and they
Yeah.
were talking about um the organization was called Blexit, and
Okay.
I guess that's a word for like black exit from
Oh, okay.
basically it's a group of conservative black people.
Oh,
Um, they've been during HBCU homecomings. They've been on
uh-huh.
campus, basically,
Recruiting?
for lack of a better word, like any political organization. That's what political organizations do.
Yeah.
And the podcast was like, people on campus were objecting to their mere presence being there.
Hmm.
And all I wanted to say is that that's a losing hand.
Hmm.
You beat them with your own ideas. You don't bar them from campus.
That's fair.
You
That's
don't.
fair.
First of all, I think the HBCU campus in question was Howard University. Howard University is not an outlet for the Democratic National Convention. They are an academic institution, and they have conservatives there, they have liberals there, they have of all
Right.
stripes, and you can't just say this campus is for one political party. I don't even think that's legal, to be honest. And two, if you are confident in your ideas, you defend them, and you don't care if other people are there also exposing their
That's a fair
ideas.
point.
And to me, it sort of reflected a lack of confidence if you just like,
Hmm.
and honestly, they were interviewing. I don't like this whole thing of like interviewing college kids and like putting them on a podcast and
Yeah, I don't like that at
publishing
all.
them, and it's like,
First of all, they're children, and who knows what they're actually going to believe in 3 years.
correct. I mean, good Lord. Well, I mean, I'm so glad I didn't have a microphone and a Instagram when I was 19 years old.
Right.
I didn't go through my first breakup till I was like 22. And my God, I'm so glad I wasn't on the internet at that time.
Yeah, no, same, same, same.
Um, man, it's just like so. There was an element of this is an academic institution and
Hmm.
ideas are welcome here, but there was also an element of almost like cancellation where why are they allowed on this campus and da 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 da,
Right.
and it's like, well, one, black conservatives are a real thing. I don't, and some
Yeah.
of them are serious and some of them are clowns. But as a card-carrying normie center left, I'm confident in my
Hmm.
ideas, and I will argue with the black conservative about my ideas because I believe in them. And I don't. It's not that I
Right.
don't want them. Like, bring your ideas and bring mine, and whatever kids listen can make the
May
choice
the
for
best man
themselves.
win.
Right. So, you have anything to add to that? I just kind of gave you a monologue. I don't
Um,
have a question
yeah,
in
I was
there.
gonna say, yeah. Yeah. Good
Um,
speech.
yeah, thank you.
Nah. Yeah, yeah, I mean, I think there has to be. I think college is the ultimate space for um multiple, no pun intended, schools of thought. That's where you learn how to disagree with people, how to um find new information, how to learn things, how to socialize. I think disagreeing is a big part of socialization. I think conflict resolution is a big part of socialization. And also like I am an HBCU grad, Aggie Pride, and so I remember I majored in poli sci, so we had arguments all
Yeah,
day long. That's all we did was argue and debate and research and read and write papers and
that's what
stuff. And
college is.
right, and I remember like there are people now who are kids that I went to school with who have gone on to they're doing public service work and community organizing work and things of that nature. And I remember some of the shit they said freshman year before they I hate to use this term, but like we talk about like radicalized, if you
Yeah,
will. I remember some of the shit they were saying. You know
yeah,
what I mean? I remember thinking they were coons,
yeah,
and they changed their mind and they were exposed to certain things, and they got new information. They were exposed to a brighter world and kind of realized it wasn't life is not a Fox News talking point. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So, I think it's important to have people. I think it's important that people be exposed to people. Now, if you're being harmful and you have like genuinely harmful and dangerous rhetoric, that's another conversation. Um,
I just
but as
don't
long as
think
it's
words
just
can
a
be
difference
dangerous.
of, well, I wouldn't say that. I think words can be dangerous. I think everything that's ever been dangerous in this world started off with words.
Fair. Um,
Words lead to thoughts, thoughts lead to action. So I would say that.
I just say beat them.
I
Um,
mean, that's fair, but yeah, I mean, I think college is the place for that. So, um, and if we're gonna be honest here, HBCUs, some of them professors were not, quote
that's the
unquote, the
thing.
wokest. Some of them professors were not the most pro-black. Some of them professors were very much anti-black or very much elitist or very much classist, so on and so forth. So to pretend like HBCUs are this haven of
Progressivism.
yeah, or tolerant virtue is a bit disingenuous. And I mean, I had an incident where I had an encounter with someone of a different race, but who was super duper racist in my neighborhood, and I went on to find out that that person was a professor at an HBCU.
Yeah.
So, you know,
No, the thing is that one, a lot of it's like I'll never forget we had a conversation on here with the Coates and the Ezra Klein podcast and
right.
how dismissive and yada yada he was about the concept of black conservatism and about Trump's
Hmm.
vote share of the black vote increasing from 2020 to 24. And it's just
Right.
there's a strain of progressivism that just likes to pretend that black conservatives are all like Candace Owen clowns.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
that's a
like
bit of
there's
a
no
misrepresentation.
actual like
Hmm.
principled, intelligent, high level black conservatism. And notice I did not say black Republicans because a lot of black conservatives still vote Democrats because
That is very
of
true.
years allegiance to the party. And so they just sound like again, black conservatives are a real thing. I mean, if you go watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, season one Uncle
Uncle
Phil is
Phil.
not last
Yeah,
season
Uncle
Uncle
Phil.
Phil.
Carlton, season one, season two, Carlton.
They 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 basically rewrote half the cast
They
after
did.
season
They had
one.
to
Like they totally
no,
rewrote
yeah.
Uncle Phil. If you go
Oh
watch
yeah, no.
season one Uncle Phil, they totally rewrote
Yeah,
him after that.
I finished Will's book about a week or two ago. Fucking phenomenal book, by the way. And he talked about that. They had to where they literally just scrapped season one
Yeah,
and had to start from scratch because it
they're the
didn't
same
make sense
actors, but
towards
they
the
were not the
audience they
same
were.
characters.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, they didn't really have everything fleshed out. They had the actors cast, but they didn't know
Yeah,
what they wanted to do with the roles and what the chemistry was going to be like. So they had to rewrite everything because they realized like Will and Carlton was the magic of the show.
yeah.
So they had to reconfigure everything.
There's an episode of season one, and there's a scene where Uncle Phil is like listening to some like violin music, and he's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Oh,
yeah.
the oboes."
He's like having an orgasm. Yeah, he's like, oh, yes.
Who the fuck are these guys? Like, it's so crazy because I only watched it in syndication because I think it was on the air from like 92 to 96 and I'm
90
like
to 96. Yeah,
yeah like so I'm 2 through 8 and so
right.
I'm watching this in syndication. If I watched it at all I don't remember it. So all of my experience was in syndication.
Hmm.
And you watch the later episodes because there's just a lot more of them. And then like you know how basically this is before I'm gonna date myself before streaming when you could just watch whatever episode.
Right.
You watch them in chronological order
In
every
order, yes.
day, And then
Hmm.
the last episode,
Same.
and then the next episode would be season one, episode one, the pilot. And I'm just like, Uncle Phil's a totally different character.
No, yeah, he was.
So I mean, I just college campuses are not an extension of the Democratic National Convention. And that's the place for argument. That's the place for debate.
Yeah,
And when you try to, instead of beating your opponent and beating them on the merits, on the ideas, and you try to shun them from the public sphere, that's how you
yeah,
create Candace Owensons. That's how you create Daniel Camerons
yeah. I
because they
think
just
there's just
fester amongst themselves.
right. I think ostracization is not. I'll say some people should be ostracized, but I'm talking about in extreme cases. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, oh, they want, their taxes done differently, things of that nature. They don't care about foreign relations. Cut them off the spirit of the earth. So yeah, I think
No,
there's a middle ground and there's a fine line between um respectable disagreements and like uh abetting bigotry. You know what I mean? It's one thing if it's like they're pro uh I don't know, pro white nationalists, or if
yeah.
they're an apologist for hate groups, or if they align with certain
No,
organizations, things
I
of
would
that
just give
nature.
you examples like socially conservative black religious people that go to
Right.
Baptist churches.
Right.
They're Democrats. They are not progressives.
Correct. Yes. Yes.
Uh,
Exactly.
black small business owners, black landlords,
Hmm.
rap music. Rap music is conservative as hell. Well, I've said this before on this podcast.
Yeah.
Some of the professors, you know, Jackie Robinson was a Republican until the Civil Rights Act passed. Miles Davis campaigned for Richard Nixon. James Brown was a Republican. This is not
Well, remember that the parties were switched. We gotta we
I
gotta notate
mean,
that.
well, the principles of conservatism were there.
Well, fair, fair.
The
But
parties,
people like to throw that around. Oh, Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. It's like, okay, no, that's not the same.
well, 1860s and 1950s are that's 100 years. Uh,
I know. I just get tired of people using those fucking talking points.
the parties as we knew them kind of cemented in place with FDR
Right.
in the New Deal, and so
Correct.
those are kind of, and then the Civil Rights Act was when the party sort of race sorted in a way.
Yep.
But no, you know, it's not these people. They're numerous, and you should have a conversation with. You want to talk about these Oscars?
Yeah.
What happened? What's up? I'm blind here.
So there was the Governor's Awards took place, I think, Saturday night.
Okay.
It's a faction of the Oscars.
Okay.
So they gave out honorary Oscars to Tom Cruise, Debbie Allen, and Wynn Thomas. I'm not super familiar with Wynn Thomas, so I do apologize. But Dolly Parton also was given an honorary award.
Is she
The
still with
Jean
us? Her
Herschel.
husband
Yeah,
died,
she's
and
still here.
she's still with us.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's still here.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
All
she's
right.
still here. With a humanitarian award, which also comes with a honorary Oscar statue. So, I just thought it was interesting. I didn't realize it, but the honorary Oscars are not televised, and I just think it's insane to have the one of literally the biggest movie stars to ever grace the screen win an Oscar and no one see it. I just think that's like anti-movie
Yeah.
and anti-cinema.
What did he win the Oscar
um,
for?
it's essentially like a lifetime achievement
Okay.
uh award in a sense. Just for everything he's done for cinema, obviously, he revolutionized press tours and went from just doing lo national press tours to going overseas and stuff like that, which helped a lot of the global film market and a lot of the big junks we see today are a result of that. Him and Will Smith both kind of cornered the market
Hell,
on that.
one could argue Top Gun Maverick saved movie theaters coming out of
No,
COVID.
it did. It literally did. And
It
I
got
almost,
me
yeah,
back
that's
in the
true.
theater.
A hundred
Uh,
percent. Even if people shit on Marvel movies, but Marvel during those movies kept movie theaters alive. They kept a lot of people employed. Um,
the one thing that Tom Cruise had over Marvel movies is that Top Gun Maverick was good.
yeah,
That
Top Gun
helps.
Maverick was fantastic, and I'm looking forward to Top Gun 3. I will be in. I'm locked in.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
That's the one that for sure. My favorite thing about Top Gun Maverick is that
it's just
the
so
bad
much
guy
better.
isn't even identified. It's just like
It's just like a country.
It's just like we're gonna bomb a country and it's 2 hours long and I never get bored.
And you never see their faces.
No, it's just well, that's for political reasons. They got to sell the movie in China.
Well,
So,
true. That's true.
so let me ask you this.
Yeah,
The honorary Oscar is the unspoken thing is that the movies he makes don't usually win Oscars because the Oscar is full of like foo-foo people.
right.
So, would you solve this problem by making the Oscars more inclusive of like blockbuster Tom Cruise movies, or would you give a category for his type of movies? And what would you call that category? I know I'm kind of springing this on you, but
No, no, you're good. Okay, yeah, I would do a category for those movies.
yeah,
I mean, like even think about it, like we have actor and actress.
yeah.
How does gender play a role in acting? I mean, not obviously change the roles people play, but you get what I'm saying. It's the same skill set. So, why can't they do that for more genres? They have animated short, but they don't have best action movie. They don't, it to me there should be a category for that.
Well, they gender the
Also,
awards because if they didn't, men would just win them all.
that's true. Yeah, that's
Like,
fair.
and I understand why they're hesitant to just give every because then everyone would win. It would, it'd be like the
Yeah,
NBA Hall of Fame where everyone's in it.
everyone gets in. Yeah,
But I do think there's clearly like everyone kind of instinctively understands the difference between a summer blockbuster and an Oscar bait movie.
right.
But I can't find the way I would articulate it in the award form. And
Hmm.
so,
Um, yeah. I
because
mean,
you can't
well,
really
and
just do
even
sound
like,
effects because you're not really crediting.
right.
I don't
I
know.
mean, if
I don't know how I
there's a
would do
category
it.
for sound effects though. Best sound is a category.
But Tom Cruise is never
Um,
going to win that award.
oh well, no, no, for
Uh,
sure. Yeah, well, that's my thing too. Is like even the whole like branding him as just an action star. It's like okay, he did A Few Good Men. He did Magnolia. He's done but Mr. Fourth of July, or sorry, Born on the Fourth of July. Um, Taps. Like he's done a lot of dramatic roles, and so Collateral is a thriller, but that's as much of a drama as anything. So I just hate the this idea that like because you do action movies, you can't be a good actor or that you're not a serious actor, you know? I think we miss out on a lot of good roles from actors because we pigeonhole them and they don't always get a chance to break out of that shell. Like let's say, Michael B. Jordan's big roles pre 2000 pre this year basically was, Creed and Killmonger, right?
yeah,
Um if people just said, he's going to be the buff muscle guy, he's going to be 90s Will Smith before Ali, right? We wouldn't have got Sinners
yeah.
and we wouldn't get whatever he's about to do next, you know?
But the rebuttal would be is he thrives in those action movies because he's clearly not the caliber of talent that a Denzel, that a Jonathan Majors is. He's like I've seen him in more dramatic stuff, and he's
Mhm.
fine. He's a passable
Yeah.
actor, but there are levels to it, and
Yeah.
he, you know, he couldn't have done Magazine Dreams. I just don't think he has the talent for that kind of role. Um, and so the
But we
people
don't
would
know that he can't ever.
No, I mean people. I mean you can improve at anything. He's not even 40 years old. I realized that today.
Right. Yeah.
But I do think there's not action movie stars aren't bad actors,
No, for sure.
but I do think the level of difficulty is higher in drama Oscar bait movies because this is a
No,
lot
for
less
sure.
going on. Like it takes a lot more
Hmm.
charisma, a lot more talent to hold their attention.
Yeah.
If you watch Magazine Dreams, like not a lot happens for like an hour, you know.
No, that's true.
And there are
And you still feel like, oh shit, something
yeah,
crazy is about to happen.
the there are maybe 10 male leads on Earth who could
Who
hold your
could do that?
attention doing that.
Yeah.
And I don't think Michael B. Jordan is one of them. Then that's not to say
Mhm.
he's a bad actor. I enjoyed Sinners, but was he the best part of Sinners? Yeah, actually, yeah. I think
Okay, I was
about
about to
it.
say
Yeah, yeah,
you're
yeah.
kidding,
Actually,
right?
yeah.
Like
That I
you,
think about it. He
I was
played two
like, yo,
different
I'll cut
characters.
this podcast off.
Uh, he was playing two different characters and
Yeah, come on,
was
man.
distinctive in each. No, I mean
Yeah. Yeah, I just
he
think
would
like
be
think about
like
it. Like we
if we put it in NBA player terms, he'd be in that Kobe.
like Afro Kobe phase.
No, I mean, so like there's Jordan, there's LeBron, there's Larry, there's Magic, there's Kareem,
Hmm.
Pantheon, five, da 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 da. Then there's the
Yeah,
other guys who also won rings, but just didn't do that. And I think
right.
Michael B. Jordan is that tier. He's Kobe Bryant. He's damn, I'm getting old. Tim Duncan. He's well, Tim
Yeah,
branded up, but you know what I mean.
yeah. I'm
Like
about to
he's
say,
just
okay, like Hakeem or
Hakeem, all-time great, won rings, best player on championship teams.
yeah.
Just there's one extra room in the hall that he doesn't have a key to.
Okay, okay, I get that.
Just, just that
That's
last
fair
room.
for this junction of his
Yeah.
career. That's a fair assessment. But I think he's about to tear shit up. I think he's about to fucking go on a run. He's supposed to be playing. He's rumored to be starring with Austin Butler. They're in contract negotiations right now, I believe, to play in remake of Miami Vice. I'm actually looking forward to that. I think that'd be fucking fire. And he's directing and starring in the Thomas Crown Affair, coming out in a couple years. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see what he does next. I think he actually is going to be like this generation's like Ben Affleck,
Yeah.
like great, really good actor, great actor, but probably like fucking great filmmaker. I think that may be, his calling also, you just never know. But yeah, I do really hate how the Oscars like it's like, okay, these movies matter too. People go see these movies, people pay to see these movies.
More people go see
It ain't
those
it ain't all
movies.
dramas that's keeping people from to go buy popcorn and shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like so I do think there's a space for these movies to be recognized and these actors to be recognized as well. Because, I mean, I know the Oscars they're also doing like a next year they're going to start doing a
Yeah.
stuntman Oscar I believe too as well. It's a shame they did it after Jackie Chan and Tom Cruise are past their prime because those two deserve it if nobody else in the history of cinema does. Um, but yeah,
I do still like that the Oscars sticks to their craw as far as making people eat their vegetables. So,
yeah.
so BX the plug. He
Oy.
this is your topic, so you let the people know what's going on.
Uh, Yeah, so he did an interview that went viral the other day, and where he was saying, "I'm not just a hip hop artist.
Oh God.
I'm an artist. I want people to view me as an artist. I want to be one of the best artists ever." And then of course, like 2 days later, I think today it dropped. He did a song Post Malone. I'm like, okay, that's on brand. Also, the idea that you can't be one of the greatest artists ever and be a hip hop artist because Jay-Z exists, Kanye exists, Nas exists, Wayne exists.
It's getting
Jada.
shaky.
Okay, well, all right. Well, but the Clips, Jada Kiss, whoever you want to
Yeah,
name, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Like this idea that I just hate this like elitist bullshit pseudo intellectual take that rappers try to use when they want to go mainstream or whatever the fuck they're trying to do. Well, I'm not hip hop. I'm not a rapper. I'm an artist. I'm a musician. It's like, okay, well, when you fuck up and then white people abandon you,
yeah.
we'll see how hip hop you are.
Big X the plug, noted Trump supporter.
Mhm.
Again, black conservatives exist. We pick and choose when to
There's
be
a
mad about it.
there's another word for people like him.
So what irked me is it's like, okay, so I can understand why some rappers feel like it's suffocating
Yeah,
as a genre. And that may or may not be rap fans are a bit fickle and they don't like change, and I can
that is
understand
true.
why an artist would feel suffocated by that.
Mhm.
But we talk about Big X the Plug.
Right. If you were
Sir,
doing genre bending shit, I'd be like, okay, I feel you, but you're not.
he cool, but he
Yeah,
ain't
he
like
cool.
that.
He ain't like that.
And it's
I've never
like,
been like, ooh, his pen is crazy.
let's become a great rapper first before you
Yeah, let us do that.
like, because
Let's be able to breathe on our own.
you're not particularly creative at rap at all. Like
No,
you,
every
while I
song sounds the
enjoy
same.
while I enjoy some of his music, it's nothing I haven't heard before. He's not he's not doing anything innovative. He's not
No,
breaking any genres. He's just a
he's like
rapper. He's
he's like if
literally
T
just a
Grizzly was
rapper.
from Texas minus the bars.
He's just like for it to come from him, who is just
Yeah,
as
yeah,
cookie
bro.
cutter,
That's what it is for me. I think maybe
just a
if someone
cookie
else said it,
cutter
maybe I
ass
wouldn't be so
rapper.
mad about it.
A new one
Um,
comes off the assembly line every 9 months.
every 9 months,
Last year
you
was
have a couple hot
D-Lo.
songs.
The year
Yep,
before was YTB Fat. We had Finesse 2 times. They come up with a new
yep.
one of these every nine
Di-
months. You're not doing
yeah.
anything new. It's just particularly egregious coming from him. He's just an assembly
Yeah,
line ass rapper. I
fact. That's my thing too. Because like, okay, like if Wayne had said that when he was making No Ceilings, okay, cool. If Ye had said that when he was doing fucking any of his albums, if he had said
yeah,
that when he was doing 808s and Heartbreak, all
yeah.
right, cool. Or Jesus, which is basically a punk album, all right, cool. Nigga,
3000.
you rap over the same. Thank you. Yes, exactly.
But my nigga, you are the most assembly line
If you
rapper.
can't play an instrument or songwriting is not your greatest skill,
And I fuck with some of his music. It's just
yeah, I
very,
agree.
very cookie cut. Like for him to say this is funny because he's the most cookie cutter, the most
Yeah.
lack of imagination rapper you could ever come up with. So,
Like
Big
literally, like
X,
it was just like, bro, if Doja Cat had said that, who I don't even
yeah,
like, I'd have been like, all right, you got a
Big
point.
X, man. We gotta get gotta get the basics down first. Create an album that doesn't sound like a 40-minute
Yeah,
song. Let's
correct.
become a good rapper first
Um,
because we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Let
right.
me
And
ask you.
also, let's get to the point where you can carry on by yourself without having 85 features. Let's try that.
I saw him. He did a little clip, Apple Music Live. He had a little band, no backing track. He's getting better as a
Mhm.
performer. I do think he is improving,
Yeah.
but nothing about him says innovation, at least to me. I
Right.
listen to his songs.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
like,
get creative genius from him.
nah, it's literally like they come up with a new one of these every 9 months. Yeah. So
It really is. Yep.
saw a tweet. We are in our saw a tweet section of the program. And she said, "Not
Okay.
having any 10+ year friendships in your life is very character telling." I believe the new kids would call that a red flag.
Hmm.
Agree or disagree?
Yeah. Um, I get the point, but I'm gonna disagree because it depends on your age. Like we're in our mid 30s, so we just left our 20s, but not just left, but your 20s is when you kind of are really like your life is completely changing every 2 to 3 years. So your friend group is also going to change, not every 2 to 3 years, but so um I I mean I have people that I've known for 10 plus years and I'm still cool with. Do I have close friends that I was close friends with 10 years ago right now? Maybe one or two.
Okay,
Um
so
But I mean, 23 to 33, that's a lot of life changing, you know? Well, at least for me, you know?
I think it's a
Um,
giant red flag. If you don't have a single person from where you're from that fucks with you, are you in witness
oh, yeah, for sure.
protection?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, got you.
like
Okay.
what?
So you're talking about anybody. Okay. Okay, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
done went through high school, you went through college, you went through your club days, and you don't have a single person from any of those experiences that you are still friends with. That
Oh, no,
is,
I have, yeah, of course.
I'm talking about the royal you, not you specifically.
Got you, got you.
To me, that is, I just don't even know how it's possible. So when you go back to the royal you, not you, when you go back to your
Yeah,
home city, nobody pulls up. It's just, yeah,
right. Yeah,
that's
that's crazy.
That's
Yeah,
weird, man. Like I don't know.
yeah.
I got friends I've had since middle school that I talk to damn near every day.
Oh, wait, I'm tripping. Yeah, I do have friends from elementary school. I'm still cool. I'm tripping. Yep, I forgot.
Well, you did say there was some like this person said not
Yeah,
any, and I've met people
okay.
like that who are like they just have. It's like there's
Like
no
nobody
them before.
before 27 or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was just like
Okay, yeah, that's
how
yeah.
don't you have nothing like. I posted there was a picture earlier today or a tweet thread earlier today about the kids wearing quarter zips, right?
Yeah,
Um, and I was like, every generation, I was like, I just warmed my heart because every generation of black man goes through their business casual in the
corporate.
club,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I put a picture of me in the club, and it's like there's like evidence that I existed before, like
Right, right, right.
like
Yeah,
it's just weird
before social media.
to not have anything, to not have any friends, any connection, like just. again, were you in witness protection? Were you like what
No, I
happened
feel
to
you.
you to
Okay,
where
yeah,
you
yeah.
have
No,
no
I get you.
connection to anything
Um,
from 10 years ago?
yeah, I think that's a good point. Yeah. In that standpoint, I agree. Because yeah, why don't you have friends? Like it's just like I mean, you should you even me like I'm with the same people all the time. Every weekend I'm with the same people, or if I'm out of town, I'm with the same people that you see me out of town with. Um, yeah, I think that's a good point. Um, I mean, it's hard to say because it depends. If it's like, some people had traumatic childhoods and maybe they weren't able to socialize, and
Is that not
that
what we
that.
call a red flag, though?
But that's not on. Is that on them? I guess is my
Red
point.
flags do
Is my
not have
question.
to be your fault.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. You know what? You're right. That's fair.
Someone with a very troubled relationship to one of their parents, red flags, not necessarily their fault,
It's not their
but
fault. You're
there are
right.
going
But
to
that is a yeah,
be, some scars there that might reveal themselves if you decide to deal with this person at an intimate level.
very good point. Yes.
So yeah, I want to let me
I'm gonna
backtrack.
change
I'm
my
not
answer.
saying
They
it's
were right.
always,
Yeah, that's a red flag. It's a red
yeah,
flag. Yeah.
it's not always their fault. Red flags don't have to be self-inflicted, but
True.
if you're telling me you went through all of your formal education, where you're as social as you'll ever be, and you
Yeah.
didn't make one lasting friend,
It's crazy.
you have to almost try. And I am not Mr.
No,
Social
you're right.
Butterfly. You know, like,
Especially with Facebook. With Facebook, you
like,
you can at least keep in touch.
so when you
And
touch
in
down to your
Twitter.
home city, it's just crickets. Like you just swing by your mama house and just get back and leave.
No, yeah, that's true. Because in December, at where we hang out at, I'm going to run into mad people from high school and shit. So yeah, no, that's true. You had to have
Shit,
been.
one of the homies, y'all went to high school together, and you ain't even know it. Well, you knew it, but like, y'all,
Yeah, right.
there's a world. There's evidence of a
Yeah,
world before
yeah,
we
like we
met.
we we
Yeah.
just we missed each other,
Yeah.
and then even one of the other homies, we literally have known each other since we were 16.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, so yeah, that's true. That's a good point because yeah, that's actually wild. Um, yeah, good point. I stand corrected. I tried to shoot people some bail. I was wrong.
It's strange, man.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
you want to talk about the ladies with text messages?
Yeah,
We're
actually, real
just,
quick. So what are your thoughts? We're not gonna have to do the whole list now, but I
yeah,
was talking to a friend a couple weeks ago and they were asking me what some of my deal breakers were for relationships.
yeah,
One of my big ones is they have to have friends. Like they have to have
yeah,
like a
for sure,
good social circle of friends.
for sure.
Because
I,
I've definitely noticed like if they didn't have a lot of friends, then they're more likely to be a little more clingy or codependent, things of that nature. Also, friendship is practice, not practice, but it's preparation and teaches you the skills that you need to be a good partner in a relationship. I feel like nobody ever talks about that or practices it. Like nowadays, people put so much emphasis on relationships that they like fuck over their friends or just like ghost their friends when they get in relationships sometimes. So I just wanted to know what your thoughts were on that.
I would never date someone where I'm their entire social life.
Hmm.
Um, One that's just you can't. It's unrealistic to expect one person to be everything.
Right.
And so you need a place to go bitch about me. Shit. Like,
No facts. Yes.
like I can't be
100%.
your everything. That's not a reasonable expectations. I've dated women like that, and
It's
it's too
stressful.
much. Like, like you just need find you some business shit. Like, damn. Like I
Yeah.
can't. Don't get me wrong, we kick it. You don't like go out, whatever, whatever. But you need something that gets you out the house that's not me.
Right.
So no, and also is a massive red flag if someone tries to shrink your social circle.
Hell yes.
Uh
Absolutely.
it's right, it's like the beginning, it's like textbook abuse beginning.
Right, it's a gateway abuse basically, or how they kind of open the door for showing those tendencies.
Yeah, it's
Um,
it's people, the movies makes you think they just start
beating you.
beating you overnight, but no, it starts with
Yeah,
things like, you know, You really want to go out with her? I don't like the way she talks about me. I don't like the way she look. Da, da,
Hmm.
da. And then it
Yeah.
just becomes all of a sudden you never leave the house. So on that dark note, good. The ladies are upset about text messages. What are we gonna talk about here?
Yeah, so I'll do the first one. I'm trying to find the second one. So there was a post a girl tweeted the other day. Actually, I'm sorry, it was TikTok. Um, where she said a guy texted her, "Hey, how you doing?" I guess it was like a day or two after their first date, and she replied, basically saying, "Hey, it's going well. In an effort to be transparent, I had a great time with you, but I'm not really feeling a romantic spark, and I don't want to lead you on. Thanks again for the fun night." And the guy replies with, and I quote, "Motherfucker, can you just be real with me for 2 seconds and tell me what it is you don't like about me? I think I'm deserve at least that much."
Fellas, the why is irrelevant.
It don't matter. Don't ever ask why. You know what's good. What's gonna come? What good can come from that?
Anytime someone is breaking up with you, the the actual answer is I no longer like who you are. And the
Yes,
why behind that is
it's
immaterial.
irrelevant. Yeah.
Like I no longer like who you are. Whether that is this reason or that reason, it doesn't change the
Hmm.
underlying facts. Um, and you're just nothing is gained from that. You're just
Not at all.
I don't
Not one thing.
no, never ask why. Because it's immaterial. The
Yeah,
answer
I've
is
always wondered,
always I
like,
don't like you anymore.
yeah.
That's really it.
Yeah, and what she in the text she sent him, she really was just saying, "I'm not attracted to you." That's basically
Yeah.
what she was saying.
That's
I
the thing. The
mean,
answer is always going to be unflattering.
it's not a good answer ever.
Like, um, yeah, just I don't like. What answer are you look? What would it's like when someone says I didn't
What
like
would
that you
bring peace to
fired
your
me.
mind?
I just like didn't. You could have done it a different way. Like you're mad because
Mhm.
you got fired. It didn't matter if they called you, text you, gave you
Yeah,
a hug,
it
gave you a
doesn't matter
long
if it's the
speech.
beginning of the day or the end of the day.
And
You
it,
still was gonna be pissed because you lost
you're
your job.
you're what you're upset about. The underlying issue that they want to break up with you is not changing.
It doesn't
Just
matter
like
how they
that,
did
they're
it.
still gonna fire you. So who, what, where, how, and when is just you trying to make yourself feel better about things you can't control.
Correct. Yes, I agree. You said you saw a couple tweets too, or saw a tweet you want to talk about?
So the good morning text lady.
Yeah,
Okay, do you want to go there or you want to go to one of mine?
yeah, one of yours. I'm still trying to find the
All
tweet.
right. So the tweet was, this is great radio. Um,
Sorry, guys, we're chronically online.
yeah. Uh,
Let me see.
New wedding discourse. Would you invite someone you slept with to your wedding? And would
Oh,
you be okay with your spouse inviting someone they've slept with to your wedding?
um, trying to think when I get married, who of those people would possibly be around? Um, well, it's a small town, so I'd probably just have to say yeah.
That's that's something all whores
I'm gonna
say.
keep it a
This
buck.
city's a small town.
We, we all know each other.
That's something all whores say. Oh, Atlanta's a small town. Everybody know each other.
What's the Kendrick line? Signed to a nigga that signed to a nigga that said he was signed to that nigga.
Um, probably such a small town. It ain't that damn small.
Well, you can't go nowhere without seeing anybody that
Yeah,
you know, man. I remember I was on a first date with somebody, and you know when you first meet with somebody, you're like, "Oh, I don't really go out much,"
yeah.
you know. And like I ran to like four people that I knew in the span of like an hour, and she was like, "Oh, you really outside?"
Yeah. Well, first of all, I don't really go out much. That's just lying. You just lying to that woman. Just like that's not bending the truth. That's not putting your best foot forward. You just lying. Um, you like that's just straightforward lying. I might be able to get away with that, and even then, I probably that's probably just
Well, I
lying
think
too.
I meant to say during the week, maybe.
Okay. Um. Anyways, no, I wouldn't care. I mean,
Yeah.
define slept with because
Okay.
long term, like if you were in a relationship with this person long term,
Okay, gotcha,
is
gotcha.
something
Yeah.
documented? Nah, that's flagrant.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But like, I don't know,
A hookup or friends with benefits, something like that.
a hookup, a platonic bar take home that never panned out, and y'all still cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
like
don't.
poetry people that, that
Yeah,
happens.
I call them proximity fucks. Y'all just hung around each other long enough, and you fucked, and
Yeah.
you're like, actually, this was a terrible idea.
Yeah, right.
Let's just go back to yesterday.
Yep. That's just and just
Like,
never talk about it again.
yeah, and it's not like the person's gonna be wearing a sign like, "Hey, we fucked." It's just like they're
Right.
there, and because you've cultivated a relationship outside of that one or two incidences,
Hmm.
um, I wouldn't have a problem with it as long as respect is there
Right.
and
That's the most
it
important thing.
wasn't something that was public and noted. And this is just like I said,
Hmm.
if it was a like, what I call a proximity fuck, I don't actually have a problem with it either way.
Yeah.
So
So what, I saw your tweet on that and you were like, uh yes, it's fine. And then you go, that's all I'm gonna say on the internet. What was it that you were holding back in that moment?
you think I'm gonna say it here? I wouldn't tweet it. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So
Actually,
for your future bride, what do you want her to know?
yeah. Yeah. So absolutely not. That is all I will be saying on that topic is that I would not have a problem with it.
I
As
feel you.
long as it
That's valid.
was what I like to call a proximity fuck. So
Yeah, that's a good way to categorize it. I'm gonna definitely borrow that term for future justifications. Um, yeah, so I saw a tweet. I'm trying to find it, but I basically memorized it, so it's fine. Where a girl, I guess, had given a guy her number, and he texted her good morning, like an adult who's interested in somebody, and she went to Twitter and was like, just got a good morning text from a guy who I gave out my number to," and basically was saying like it was gave her the ick, pretty much. And so a girl quoted it and was like, "See, it's a shame when girls do shit like this because girls talk about like when guys say the whole old adage of girls not liking nice guys or nice guys finishing last, so on and so forth. This brings credence to that." And she was saying basically that when girls do that publicly, like the screenshot and shit, that it's like a deterrent for guys to actually be kind to women. Um, which usually when I see women talk about the phrase nice guy, they usually mention it as like being a performative
yeah.
and a manipulation tactic. So I thought it was kind of interesting to see a girl talk about it from the reverse perspective. So I wanted to see what you thought about that.
So she said she just met this dude.
Yeah, like a day or two before, I guess. Was he
It
tripping?
is a little weird to be good morning text to some girl you met yesterday. That's a
Well,
little heavy.
I always
Like,
say that if they like you is silent.
well,
Like
yeah, of
if
course.
I think if she liked him, I think she would have been like, "Oh my God, he applied pressure."
It is a little. It's not what I would have done. Not off.
No, 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 never. No, no, no. I'd have
You
hit her up
know,
with a hey at 3 p.m.
no, not even that. It's just he probably put an emoji on it too. Like,
Oh, do you think you hit her with the Grand Rising Queen?
yeah, that's a little. Save because the good morning text is the subtext of is I'm thinking about you first thing when I woke up.
Right.
A little heavy when you met yesterday.
Fair. That's fair.
Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
but screenshotting it and mocking it like it's some
Yeah.
grand offense,
Like he sent you a dick pic or something.
right? Does give I understand like she violated his
Yeah.
he had he stumbled out of the gates and then she just
Right.
like shot the horse. Like it's just way overreaction because the horse stumbled out of the gates.
I wouldn't even say she shot to her. She just turned that nigga straight to glue. Like,
Yeah, like she just like come on, man. Like what I think like dating is hard. It's
right.
cumbersome, it's clumsy. You're not gonna every no, it's not a rom-com. Everyone is not smooth
No one's
out the
smooth all the time.
gate. And my advice to specifically to women, because it's a lot of times it's men doing the initiating. That's the way the gender roles break down. But if you whatever works
Right.
for you, works for you. it takes a lot of courage to initiate and show interest in a woman from especially these
Hmm.
younger men because they grew up offline. They didn't have to go to the mall to hit on girls and go to the
Yeah,
dance or whatever. And I would just advise the ladies to give the men a little grace if it's not
yeah,
if they don't come off like Romeo off the bat. Like,
right,
this is very hard. It's a lot of trial and error. What works for you might not work for the next. He doesn't have your manual.
correct.
We don't get the manual. Like,
Right.
we're just applying a broad set of principles to
Yep.
every woman we talk to.
All
And
you know is that you're going to say hey, and that's it.
if you gave me the script, I would read it back to you, but I don't have the script. So I'm trying
Right.
so like I would just look, I agree that was a little heavy when you
Yeah.
met yesterday. But if he's cute and he was kind to you when you exchanged numbers and he looked put together, little grace,
Yeah.
little grace. Like it's not gonna always look like it does, in the movies. So
Yeah.
that's
I
how I
think
would
I
say.
think I think movies really does change the way people think about like
Yeah,
I don't want to say pickups, but
yeah,
for lack of a better word, pickups. Like people think it's just this instant thing, and there's everyone knows what each other's gonna say next, or
yeah,
he knows what he's gonna say based on whatever like. It's there's no I don't have options here. It's
yeah.
just I'm gonna say hello, introduce myself,
Yeah.
and
Three
hope
weeks
that you're not
ago, you were at the coffee shop and he heard your order and he remembers it a month later with the right amount of sugar and cream. That's come
right.
on.
Yeah, that's yeah. This ain't a City Sweeney movie.
Yeah, if 3 4 weeks later he says, "Hey, I saw you here 4 weeks ago. Can I
Yeah,
buy you a drink?"
thought you were
That's
cute.
enough. He's not gonna know your exact order from 4 weeks
Right.
ago. He
And
offered
the
to buy
truth
the
is,
drink.
in real
Order
life,
the
if he had
drink.
known her drink, she would have thought that was creepy, which it probably would have been
Again,
creepy.
if she likes you, but
That's true.
like he offered to buy the drink. He didn't remember exactly what you ordered 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's where we talk about. That's where you're looking for a movie, but in real
Hmm.
life, you got to extend a little grace. So,
That's fair.
um, yeah. What else you got on it?
Yeah, so yeah, it reminds me of a TikTok I saw where this girl was like talking about how guys don't approach girls anymore. They're not as um confident, I guess they should be. Whatever she was trying to word, however she was trying to word it. And she was saying like a guy came up to her and said like, "Hey, I really like your dress."
Yeah,
And she was like, "Oh," I said, "Thank you." And she goes, "I actually would have been open to having a conversation with him because he seemed like really nice and normal." Um, but before she said that, she goes, the guy comes up to me, and I was just like thinking to myself, "Oh, here we go." And so when the guy gave her the compliment, she said, "Thank you," and he walked away and didn't talk to her for the rest of the night. And it's like, well, if when a guy comes up to you and says hello, and your first thought is, "Oh, here we go,"
yeah,
you probably had that energy. You probably gave off that body language, so you probably immediately was like, "Oh, I'm airballing this. Let me just go
yeah.
ahead and get out of here before she embarrasses me."
Correct. You know, he walks into you. You give him the non-verbal eye roll in your head that he can feel.
Right.
He says something. It's pleasantly surprising to you. He says, "Hey, I like your dress." You go, "Oh, thank you." If I were, you know, telling her this after the fact, I'd have been like, that's a spot where you
Give a
somehow
compliment
communicate
back.
to him that you want him to stay and converse.
Correct.
Oh, hey, yeah, I got this from Kohl's. I'm you're out. I'm assuming I got this from
Right.
Kohl's. It's my cousin's birthday, and then that signals to him. Oh, it's your
Yeah.
cousin's birthday. Where you guys up
Oh,
to
how old
tonight?
is she? Da, 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 da.
You got to work with us. It's a dance.
You got to give people something, man. You got to get. That's the thing, because I've like, and I think some people. I can only speak to women because I haven't dated men, so I'm not trying to gender assume or anything. But like, there are times where I've talked to women and they've been like, "Oh, why'd you stop talking to me?" It's like I didn't think you were interested. And they're like, "Oh, I was." And it's like, "Well, you didn't act interested. You didn't ask any questions. You didn't give me anything to go off of. I left you alone." I don't.
I wish I could find the person who actually said this, but it's not an original quote. It's not my quote, but he said, if you want to be chased, go rob a bank because I ain't
Yeah.
got it.
I ain't got it.
I
Oh,
love that
mine is
line, man. I love it so bad.
you want to be big, get a dog.
Yeah. Want to be chased, go rob a bank because I ain't gonna do it.
Nah, for real.
Did
Like
you
I'll
read?
pursue, but I'm not chasing.
I will express interest. If that
Yeah.
interest is not met in kind, I will stop expressing interest.
Yeah.
That's just my rules. Does that
I
mean I
feel you.
leave some plays on the field? Yeah, but You ain't finna have me looking crazy. So,
No.
you see the DoorDash girl story?
I heard something about it. I didn't get a chance. I didn't see exactly what happened.
So
Somebody got flashed or something?
to recap for you in the audience,
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago, girls delivering DoorDash order. Um, she walked, the DoorDash order says leave it at the door. She goes to the
Hmm.
door is open. Guy who ordered the food is laying on the couch with his dick out. Um, she takes a pic, she videoed, I just beer, this is literally what it was. She records it, she posts it to TikTok. Um,
Wait, what?
correct.
Can you post that on TikTok?
She got arrested yesterday.
Okay.
Uh,
Yep. Okay. What?
it is in fact something I must impress upon Gen Z. It is illegal to record people naked and post it on the internet without their consent. Uh, I know you guys have been posting everything on the internet your whole life, but there are
Eh,
laws to it.
There's certain shit you just can't do.
Can I do that? So she claims she was violated.
Uh, yeah.
So she posted TikTok complaining, and she was mostly complaining because DoorDash took her account off because,
Yeah.
And
Right.
so yesterday she was arrested for I don't know what the legal statute she violated, but basically taking
Like
pictures of
cringe
someone
porn or
naked and put
something? Yeah.
yeah. And so I just so Occam's razor
And you said,
says
just real quick,
yeah,
so you said she went to the house to drop the
correct.
food off and the door was open?
The screen was okay, so that's a point of contention.
Okay.
He claims the door was closed and
Yeah.
she opened it. She claims
Okay.
the door was open, but the screen was
The
closed so she
screen
could
door was,
see in.
got you.
Either way, the DoorDash both agree that the DoorDash instructions were leave at the door.
Right.
And so, um, Occam's razor is, I I don't know of a set of circumstances with which you would order DoorDash and then leave
And
your
be
door open
naked.
for the
Why
DoorDash
would you
and be
do?
and have your dick out on the couch
That's some
past.
wild shit.
He was passed out drunk.
Oh,
That's what he
okay.
claims. I don't know why his dick
Okay.
is out.
Yeah.
So Occam's razor is like that's a whole lot of circumstances that would like he was clearly on some weird shit, right? Like I don't know what he was up to,
Obviously.
but and
Oh,
so
fuck.
but at the end of the day, even her version of events is the instructions were leave it at the door,
Yep.
right? He
Hmm.
was in his home on his
Hmm.
couch. He never engaged with her. It's not like he was let the door with his dick out, like,
Yeah, he wasn't flapping it or,
no,
you
he
know.
was literally on his couch,
Yeah.
top shirt on, pants down.
Yeah.
Um, he never said a word to her, never engaged with her. He was just on his couch.
Passed out.
He claimed he was passed out drunk. I don't know why his
Okay.
pants were off. So they arrested her. They said, "Look, man, this man was in
That's
his home.
wild.
He told you to leave
Damn.
it at the door. Um,
Yeah.
he never he never said anything to you, said hello to you, nothing.
Yeah,
You had no right to record him in his home and post him on the internet.
that is
But
true.
I don't. So my point, the notes I have here is that young people need to learn how to navigate unpleasant things. Some things are just
Yeah.
unpleasant, and that's it.
Hmm.
The story I have is, one time, and I want to say I do think the dude was on some weird shit because I can't think of a set of
No, yeah, yeah,
circumstances with
obviously.
which
Clearly.
you would be
You
on the
would
couch with your dick out waiting on a DoorDash order with the screen door closed. Even if you
correct.
never said anything to her, what happened? How are you like if you weren't on weird shit,
How?
explain to me how this happened, right?
Yeah.
So it ain't like he was with his woman and she walked in on him fucking. Like he was literally by
Right.
himself. Um, but so the story I tell is one time I was at Lifetime Fitness, and Lifetime Fitness has a sauna, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and so
Was it an old
uh
white guy? It's always the old white guys.
correct. And so I'm in this I wear shorts to the sauna, but it's perfectly within the social norms to be in the sauna nude.
Mhm.
And a very old white dude made a pass at me while he was nude.
But hold up.
Correct. And said no. He asked again. I said no. And then I left the sauna, right? Was that inappropriate? Yes.
Yeah.
Was that unpleasant? Yes.
Yeah,
But I'm not sure what law was broken. I'm not sure what I would
right.
have wanted the police to do. Some
Yeah.
shit is just unpleasant, and you part
What did
of
he
life.
say?
I don't remember. It was
Okay.
very unpleasant experience. Made it very
All right.
clear. Um, I just politely
Mhm.
declined. He asked again. I politely declined again, and then I was like, "All right, my time in the sauna is up."
Yeah, you get
Uh,
the fuck out of there.
but like, I didn't die. It was fine. It was an unpleasant experience, no doubt. And he was being inappropriate, no doubt.
Yeah. No, for sure.
But part of life is just learning how to navigate the unpleasant because everything,
Yeah.
again, what crime? What if I called the police? What would I want them to do? Yeah, like what did she want
True.
to happen to this dude being weird?
In
You know,
his house.
in his house. Like, what? Everything isn't a thing, and part of life
Yeah.
is learning how to navigate the unpleasant. And that's why I told my
That's
story because
crazy.
that was very unpleasant.
Yeah.
But like, I left the sauna. I was not physically in danger in any way. I was not harmed. A creepy
Yeah.
old dude was just being a creepy old dude, and I went about my day with an
Hmm.
unpleasant experience. But like, you're not gonna go through life trying to be like calling the cops for every unpleasant experience you have. So like, the point is
Right.
that now she got
Damn.
a charge because she decided to blow up this unpleasant experience. And I mean, they
Sh
charged her with a felony. She's not gonna do any time in jail for this, but
Right.
she did violate that man. Um,
Yeah. I think a
and
lot of that was also just was trying to like if she had just like he was on weird shit, but like if she had minded her business, there's something to be said for that.
what if I
Um,
just hauled off and punched that dude in his head and like just beat the shit out of him? I would go to jail, like,
yeah.
despite the fact that
Or
he
what if you hit him, he hit his head and died in the sauna?
correct.
It's hard floors and shit.
I wouldn't have been like, well, he made a pass at me. Okay, that was inappropriate, but
Right.
you don't get to take a picture of him naked and put it on the internet. Just like you don't get to beat the shit out of some creepy old white dude for hitting on you in the sauna.
No,
Like,
that's actually crazy.
and so
Damn.
like you have to learn how to be like, that was unpleasant. There's nothing I can do about it. Tomorrow's a new day. So that's my
Yeah.
that's
I
my
actually
word of wisdom for the youth.
I actually have similar story to that girl. The first time I ever did DoorDash, I went to go drop off an order. It was an apartment. I bring the Ring camera, the doorbell, whatever. Girl comes to the door and she's like has her head sticking out the door, and I'm like, yeah, like I have your food. And she's like, oh, okay. And I just realized like she like just got out of the shower, and she like had a towel, but I guess it wasn't wrapped around or whatever. Or something happened with her towel, and she's like, okay, back to grab the food, I'd have to like, you have to maybe see me, and she'd be like, well, you've seen titties before, right? And I was like, yeah. And she just like dropped her towel and opened the door completely naked and picked up the food and then went back in the house. Uh, so yeah, although she was attractive, so that wasn't unpleasant, but
All right, stop watching porn. All right, next question.
no, that really did happen. I swear, that really did happen. I swear. I,
Okay.
I can show you the text. I can show you the text.
I
I
believe you.
text
I
Corey right after
honestly,
it happened.
I believe it happened. I don't know how this was at all unpleasant though. That
Oh, it
sounds.
wasn't. I just wanted to tell the
You
story.
just wanted to tell us that a woman flashed you. Okay, got it. All right, that makes sense. All right, we really get into the root of this. Okay, and with that, that concludes our quite long "What's on Our Mind" segment.
Yeah.